Budgeting Soldier Girl, and thank you for tuning into my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Tina, and on my channel, I share all things budgeting, cash envelopes, sinking funds, savings challenges, and our mortgage payoff journey. Today, we are doing a weekly cash unstuffing. And as always, I am behind, but better late than never, right? So this week, I will unstuff my wallet for the week of 4 through 10 August, 11 through 17 August, and my husband and I, we travel to Vegas for his birthday, and I will unstuff our vacation binder as well. So my husband and I, we rarely use cash for our everyday purchases. We use our credit cards so we can collect those points and miles. At the end of the week, sometimes, not always, I unstuff our wallets, I deposit that money into our bank account, and I pay off the balance on our credit card. In situations like this where I am behind on unstuffing my binders, I use the money that we have in our checking account to pay off the balance on our credit cards. And then when I unstuff our envelopes, I deposit that money into our checking account to pay ourselves back. So before we get into the unstuffing, let's talk about why managing your budget is more important than ever in today's economy. With the rising prices on groceries, gas, and everyday essentials, every dollar counts. That is why having a solid budgeting system helps you stay in control of your money instead of wondering where it went. And one of the biggest budgeting lessons that I have learned is understanding the differences between needs and wants. This is something that can make or break your financial success. So we all know that a need is something essential, such as your housing, your groceries, utilities, and transportation. And a want, on the other hand, is something that we desire, but it is not necessary for survival, like dining out, subscriptions, or those extra pair of shoes when we already have plenty, right? Now, I am not saying that you can't have any wants. It's all about making sure that it fits into our budget. That is why I truly enjoy using the cash envelope system. I put money in our envelopes for those specific categories. So when I swipe my card for those everyday purchases, I already have the funds set aside to pay it off. Now, as many of you know, if you have watched my previous videos, I recently found out that I have no self-control when it comes to my fund money. At one point, I was just swiping my credit card left and right, just for any and everything. And when it came time for me to unstuff that envelope, I will always go to my miscellaneous cash envelope, which is used to cover those unexpected expenses, to cover down on my fund money envelope. So what I did, instead of swiping my card for fund money, I have this envelope that I carry with me every day. And when I want to make a purchase with my fund money, I use cash versus swiping my card. And that way I can have control over my fund money. So I'm not perfect, not one bit, but I did recognize the problem that I had with swiping my card when it came to my fund money category. And so to get myself back in control, I am using cash versus my card. So using the cash versus my credit card for my fund money keeps me accountable and ensures that I do not spend money that I do not have. So basically, the key here is tracking our spending throughout the week to make sure that we do not go over our budget. So, as I mentioned earlier, I try to go through my credit card transactions every Sunday and match it with our envelopes and unstuff the cash to cover those purchases that we made through the week. But it doesn't always happen, and today is a prime example. I am unstuffing my wallet for the last 2 weeks. Once again, I am not perfect, but it's better late than never, right? So at the end of the day, it's all about balance. By knowing the differences between our needs and our wants, setting a budget and sticking to it, we can make intentional financial choices that supports our long-term goals. And one of our long-term goals is paying off our mortgage, and I cannot wait. Okay, enough about that. Let's get into this week's stuffing. So, as I mentioned before, I have my weekly spending trackers here with the categories I spent from and the amount that I spent from each category. So I am going to unstuff each week separately because I want to keep track of how much we spent for that week. So I am going to set my tracker to the side. And as always, I am not going to go in the order of the tracker. I am going to go in the order of the binder that I am pulling from. And we will start with groceries. And I went to Food Lion and I spent $26.98. And as always, I am going to round up. And that will be $27 I will remove from my grocery envelope. All right, so I do not have change, so I have $30 here, and I am going to make myself a note to add $3 to my grocery envelope. So in groceries, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 555. Next is Costco shopping. And my husband went to Sam's Club and we spent $591.21. So I purchased, we've been in our home for 5 years now, and I purchased a Dyson when we moved into our home, and that vacuum, it died. The battery went bad on that vacuum. So I purchased a new Dyson from Sam's Club and some other items, but that came out to $591, and I'm gonna round it up to $592. So 102, 3, 4, 5. $6, $2. So $10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, $45 remaining at Costco shopping. Next is, so that looked like that is it for this binder. So next is my wants. I like to recognize people, birthdays, anything special that's going on in their life, and I found this online e-card, Ella card, and you can send that card to multiple people to have them to wish that individual a happy birthday or farewell or whatever. And so I signed up for a year membership, and it was $40, and that's a want. So I am going to remove $40 from my wants. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87. So 887 remaining in wants. And nails and eyebrows deposit, I had to pay $10. And I have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, $77 remaining. And that is it for this binder. And let's see. Next is our home security. I paid $200. Our equipment is paid for, and our monthly bill is normally around, I think $33. I'm not sure. And so I just paid $200 towards the bill. So 100, 150, 170, 190, 95, 200. And we have $200 remaining. And last is our subscriptions. My Yahoo Mail, $5. So So 100, 150, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. So 168 remaining. So 5. And I need to see if I can make some change for a 5. So give me 1 second. And I am going to make some change using my bingo savings challenge. So for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need to add $3 to groceries. So let me cross this off. So 1, 2, 3. All right, now we will get the grand total spent for the week of 4 through 10 August. So wants $40, groceries $27, Costco shopping, $5.92. Home security, $200. Subscriptions, $5. And nails and eyebrows, $10. So that's $874. So let's count the cash to make sure I have $874 on hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $750, $770, $790, $810, $830, $850, $55, $60, $65, $70, $71, $72, $73, $74. So $874 we spent for the week of August 4th through the 10th. And so now we are going to move to August 11th through 17th. And as always, I am not going to go in the order of the tracker. I am going to go in the order of the binder I am pulling from. And so we will start with gas. And I purchased gas from AFES, and I spent $54, $55, and I'm gonna round that up to $55. And I have $11 remaining. And you guys, once again, I am behind on everything. I have not stuffed my wallet with our August paychecks, and so that will be coming up soon. So my next video will be condensing my envelopes, and then I will move into our budget and stuffing our August paychecks. So next is groceries. Went to the commissary and spent $51.07, and I'm gonna round that up to $52. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 5, 5, 6, so 506. Personal AFES, I spent $28.95, and I am going to round it up to $29. One, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 420 remaining. And that is it for this binder. And next we will go back to my wants. Amazon, I spent $10.70, and I'm gonna round that up to $11. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 876. Next is my nails and eyebrows. The $10 was my deposit. Now it's the service itself. So $43.70. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42. Okay, so I'm gonna make that $44. So 44. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Take $1. And we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33. $33 remaining. And that is it for this binder. Next is my home decor. I made a purchase and it was $3.69. It was a plant stand for my deck and it was on sale for $3. So got lucky. And so $4. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 12, 24. And my last binder is my American Express Platinum membership fee, which is $695. And I'm gonna round that up to $696. And I don't even know if I have $696. I have placeholders that represent the cash that we have in our bank account, but let's see if we have $696 in cash first. I doubt it. No, most of them is placeholders. So let's see how we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna remove placeholders first. So 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 placeholders. And then we have 650, 670, 690, 695. And so what I am going to do is I'm gonna write myself a note. I am going to transfer $600 from our Amex account to main checking. And so let's count this again. And for those who are not familiar with placeholders, placeholders is just the representation of the cash that you have in your bank account. So this is 200, 300, 400, 500, $600 in placeholders. I'm gonna set this to the side. And then I have $95 here. So 50, 70, 90, 95. And that is it. Let's make sure. Yep, that is it for unstuffing my binder, for unstuffing my envelopes for the week of 11 through 17 August. So let's get the grand total spent. Oh, let me count this first. I am moving too fast. So 2,000, 21, 22, 22, 50, 70, 90, 23, 10, 15, 20, 21. So 23, 21 remaining. And we do have multiple American Express cards that have an annual fee. And that's why I save money, because the fee is expensive. I save the cash. So when it's time to pay that membership fee, we already have it on hand. So let's get the grand total spent for the week of 11 through 17 August. So gas, 55, personal, 29, home decor, 4, American Express fee, $6.95, groceries, 52, nails and eyebrows, 44, and wants, 11. And so we spent $890. And then I'm gonna subtract $600 because that is the cash that I am going to transfer from our American Express fee account to our main checking account. And so I should have $290 on hand. Let's count the cash. So 1, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. So $290 I would deposit into our bank account. And so let me go on and consolidate this before we move into unstuffing our vacation binder, which will be really quick because I have already did the math, and all I need to do now is just remove the cash from our envelope. And I am going to set these trackers to the side. Alrighty, so if you are new to my channel, I love to plan our vacations in advance and set a budget, whether it's a road trip, weekend getaway, or a vacation. The worst thing that anyone can do is travel, not have a budget, overspend, and then when we come back from our vacation, we are stressed because we spent too much money. So I am going to go to our Las Vegas budget and go over that. And like I said, I am going to keep this as quick as possible. So my husband and I, we traveled to Vegas for the week of 15 through 19 August. I had a budget for $9,392.23. On my travel budget, I have it broken down by categories. I have transportation, accommodation, entertainment, food and drinks, other expenses, and our airport expenses. Transportation, our budget was $1,829.33, and the most expensive category out of transportation was, of course, our airfare. We paid $1,414.36, and we traveled first class, and that is cheap for two people to travel to Vegas first class. And the reason the flight was cheap is because I have a Delta Reserve credit card, and every year a companion flies first class for free. So basically I just paid for one person because my husband, my companion, flight was free. The only thing I had to pay was the taxes, and I can't remember how the taxes is, but bottom line up front, our airfare was $1,414.36, and that was the most expensive category out of our transportation. So our budget for transportation was $1,829.36. Transportation covers our airfare, car rental. We didn't rent a car, we used Uber, gas, tolls, and airport fees. Next is entertainment, which cover our organized tours, attractions, and shopping. I set a budget for $1,100. Other expenses covers tips, doggy daycare, miscellaneous, my spending money for Vegas, and my husband spending money for Vegas. And I budget $3,375. Next is accommodation, which is another expensive expense. We stayed at the Cosmopolitan. My husband loves that hotel. It has a balcony with a view of the Bellagio fountain. So our hotel cost us $1,788.37. And of course, you always end up with a resort fee, which cost us $249.44. And so I budget $2,037.81 for our accommodation. Food and drinks, I budget $900. And airport expenses, and this expenses, it covers our food, drinks, and snacks while we're waiting to board our flight, and I budget $150. So the budget amount, once again, was $9,392.23. And we spent a total of $6,085.31, saving us $3,306.92. Yes, going to Vegas is very expensive. So with our American Express Platinum card, if you book a fine hotel and resort with your Platinum card, you always get breakfast for free, early check-in, $100 credit that you can use for anything within the hotel, room upgrade, and I can't think of anything else, but that saved us a lot of money, especially for breakfast. We did not have to spend our money for breakfast. but we did spend money on coffee every morning at Starbucks. And we were spending around, for the two of us, my husband just straight black coffee. I always get a latte, and that would cost us around between $18. I can't remember the exact amount, but I would just upload a gift card to my Starbucks account and use it, pre-order and purchase it like that. But anywho, enough about that. So let's unstuff my vacation binder. So for transportation, we budget $1,829.36. We spent $1,565.97. Our hotel, we prepaid, so I don't have to worry about unstuffing my wallet for that because that flight was already covered. So today I am unstuffing our transportation binder. For our Uber, we rode a shuttle from the airport to our hotel, and I am going to remove money for our parking fee at the airport. So today I am going to remove a total of $151.61 from our transportation envelope, and as always I round up, so I am going to remove $152. And I don't think, let's see, 20, 40, 50, 60. And so what I am going to do, okay, so let's see. Do I have 62? So 20, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62. And I am going to make some change for this placeholder. So give me 1 second. All right, so I am making change for this 1,000 placeholder. So let's see, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. And once again, these placeholders represent the cash that we have in our bank account. And I do have these placeholders in my Etsy shop. And so I am going to remove 100. And I am going to put these 900 placeholders back here. And I am going to write myself a note to transfer $100 from transportation to Maine. All right, so this is 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 61. Oh, wait a minute, I took out too much. I took out $10 more. It's supposed to be 152. So let's put this $10 back. So 100, 20, 40, 50, 51, 52. And I will put this placeholder to the side. And in transportation, we have 1,000, 1,500, 16, 17, 18, 1,900, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 1925 in transportation. All right, so next we are going to go to accommodation. The budget was $2,037.81. We prepaid for our hotel. Of course, you know, you do not pay the resort fee until you check out. So our resort fee was $249.44. And I am going to round that up to $250. So I am going to go to my vacation envelope, and this envelope covers our hotel and flight because those are the two most expensive categories that you will pay for when you go on vacation. So $250. And in vacation, we have 5,000, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 6,000, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 7,000, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 70, 74 in our vacation envelope. Next is our entertainment envelope. I budget our entertainment category, so I budget $1,100. We spent $309.04, and we saved $790.96. So I am going to remove cash from two separate categories. The first one is our organized tours. So I am going to remove $206. So excursions. $100, $150, $70, $90, $95, $96. Let me make sure that is right. So $100, $150, $170, $190, $195. Okay, so $206. Let's see. $100, $150, $170, $190, $210, $215, $216. So $10 back. $100, $150, $170, $190, $210, $15, $16. Yep, so $10 back. So 2,000, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 37, $2,037 remained in our excursion envelope. All right, next is shopping. We spent $104. And let me get we spent 104 when I rounded up, but let me do the math. So 1637, 519, and 8231. So 103.87. All right, so I am removing 104. So 50, 70, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have $1,025 remaining in shopping. All right, so next is our food and drinks. We budget $900. We spent $543.92, and we saved $356.08. And I am going to remove $455 for food, and our drinks and snacks, I will remove $90. But the first thing I am going to do, because this is the amount that I am going to remove because I round up, I need to get the total amount before I round up. So give me 1 second. All right, so I am going to go to our food envelope and remove $455. And once again, let's see, we have $250, $350, $450. I have this 10 here, so $460, and I'm gonna take this $5 cash. gonna put this here. And so I need to remove $450 with transfer. And I'm gonna set these placeholders to the side. And in food, we have 1,000, 11, 12, 1,300, 20, 30, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40. So 1,340. And drinks, I am removing $90. And we have 100, 110, 15, 16, 17, 117 remaining. And that is it for our food and drinks. And next is our other expenses. We budget $33.75. We spent $1,606.33. And we saved $1,765.67. And so this is where it gets complicated. So for tips, we spent $132.87. However, we prepaid with cash $93.87. And so I just need to remove $39 for tips, but I need to grab. So I took $100 with me in cash for tips. And I need to put this back into all right. So once again, we spent $132.87 on tips. However, we prepaid $93.87. I am going to remove $39. So 1, 2, that's 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. All right, and let's see how much we have remaining. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So 140 remaining in tips. And next is my spending money. So I spent a total of $1,003.46. I took $1,000 in cash with me, and I do have some change. Let me grab my wallet. So I have $500 cash here. And what I am going to do, I am going to go to my Las Vegas envelope, and that is just my spending money. And what I am going to do is remove, because I took $1,000 with me, and I only have 500 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I spent a total of $1,003.46. I prepaid $420 in cash, and I owe $583.46. And so I am going to take this $500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I need to make some change with this placeholder. So 83. And so I'm gonna round that up to 584. So 83. No, 84. So 1,000 minus 84. So 916. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I need 16. Okay. So this is 16. And these are placeholders. And I purchased these placeholders from Amazon. And it kind of looked like the real deal, but we know it's not because they have motion pictures. Or, yeah, motion picture use. But I like to write on them, so I don't get it mixed up and make a mistake and take it to the bank. So I'm going to remove this placeholder and put it to the side. And so I have $916 remaining in my spending money. And I need to write myself a note to transfer $83 to Maine. Or 84. And I am going to put this 500 here. And that is it. And for my husband, he took $500 with him and he prepaid $140. Majority of our money that we use was towards playing the slot machines. And it wasn't that much. We are not gamblers, but it is fun. Sometimes you're sitting at the slot machines and hoping that you hit big. But for majority of our cash, I think we together combined, let's see here. So let me see how much we spent at the casino. So 120, 40, 300, and 100. So $560, which is not bad, but we didn't win anything, nothing. So $560, but you're on vacation. And yeah. And then I purchased some perfume. I love Creed, and Creed is very expensive, and I paid $496.76 for a 2.5 ounce bottle of perfume, but it smells really good. I love it. So yeah. And then the next category is our doggy daycare, because we have to put our buddy in boarding, and that was $330. And let me grab his envelope. I forgot to grab it. And $330 in daycare. Let's see if we have $330. So 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So what I am going to do, 330. So 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300. And 310. So 1,000 minus 20. So I need 980 in placeholders. All right, so it's 250. No, wait a minute. 500, 750, 950, 970, 980. All right, I'm gonna put this here. And I need to transfer $20. Okay, so this 84 is for my spending. And this $20 is daycare. All right, so let's make sure this is 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, 510, so $310. All right, and let's move to our last category, which is our airport spending money. And let me count my doggy daycare. So 500, 750, 950, 970, 980, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 987. And then airport, we budget 150, we spent 22.42, saved 127.76, and so I'm gonna round that up to $23. And airport is just money for our food, drinks, and snacks while we're waiting to board our flight. So $23. And then it's my last category, and we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, $72 remaining. And that is it. And now let's get the grand total spent. And so first I want to get the total spent. So we have $22.42 for our airport expenses. For other expenses, $16.06.33. Food and drinks, $543.92. Entertainment, $309.04. Accommodation, $2,037.81. Transportation, $1565.97. And that is $6,085.49. And I have 31 cents. I have $6,085.31. I'm not going to worry about that. And so now let's see how much cash we should have on hand. So for transportation, $152. Accommodation, $250. And then we have excursions, $206. Shopping, $104. Food, $455. Drinks and snacks, $90. But I am going to subtract $450 because I am going to transfer $450 from our food to our main. And then we have tips, $39. My spending money, $584. Doggy daycare, $330. And hold up, let me go back. I need to subtract $84 for my spending because I am going to transfer. And then minus $20 for daycare. And then we will go to transportation or airport, $23. So I hope I got this right. So I should have $1,679 in cash, $1,679. So let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20, 40, 60, 80, 13, 20, 40, 60, 80, 14, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 15, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. So I have $15.79. So I am $100 short. So let me try this again. Airport, 23. Tips, 39. My spending, 584. Doggy daycare, 330. I am going to subtract 84 because I am transferring it from my main spending account to my checking account. And then grooming, I am going to transfer as well, $20. Food plus $455, and then drinks and snacks plus $90. But I am going to subtract $450 because I am going to transfer that from our food account to our checking account. For excursion, $206 plus shopping, $104. Then we have accommodation plus $250, and transportation, $152 minus $100, so $1,579. Let's count this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20, 40, 60, 80, 13, 20, 40, 60, 80, 14, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 15, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, $1,579 I am going to deposit into our bank account. And I don't know if I mentioned, for transportation, I added $152. However, I am transferring $100 from our transportation account to our main checking account. So $1,579 I will deposit into our main checking account and pay off the balance on our credit card. I know this was a lot, but it is very important that you have a budget for your travel. The one thing you do not want to do is go on vacation, overspend, and then when you come back, you realize that you have spent your mortgage payment, your insurance, your car note. Just have a budget. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please consider and do so. I would love